On the heels of that video showing officers assaulted in Ocean City, today a protest with an explicit message aimed at police. It is raising new questions tonight about whether law enforcement is under threat. Fox 45's Riel Creighton live tonight in downtown Baltimore with this story. Riel?
Mary, this is what we're talking about. This graffiti just went up today. You can make out the messages here, BLM, another acronym there. You can also make out the message on that wall over there, our servants. The question is this meant to be a sign for authorities? A viral video posted on YouTube. The scene, an unsanctioned car event, Ocean City, Friday night. It begins with the crowd screaming as an officer moves in, running after a man. He's tackled in the street. Seconds later, another man appears and rushes officers. Police brutality! A day later, no justice, no peace. Different scene, same target, police. Marchers meet near Baltimore's Pearlstone Park in what's billed as a Breonna Taylor FTP rally, or in their words, F the police.
Protecting the white neighbors next door. They were charged for the shots that they missed.
They don't realize that they need to turn their frustration into purpose.
Civil rights leader, community activist Dr. Reverend Al Hathaway says taking aim at officers is exactly the wrong message. But in the wake of police shootings, killings of unarmed black people, he says there is a heightened sense that law enforcement is under attack. Blocks away, after dark, new markings appear on the downtown courthouse. Hathaway believes neither images like this or this are a message most people will understand.
We got to be about healing. We got to heal our community. We don't heal our community by creating more scars. We heal our community by creating more positive engagement.
After delays due to COVID-19 this week, Maryland will become the first state in the nation to ban styrofoam food containers. The ban takes effect Thursday. As Shelley Orman reports, some in the industry worry this is hurting restaurants already pushed to the limit during the pandemic.
This week, all Maryland restaurants, schools, and any place serving food is no longer allowed to use polystyrene containers.
It just really isn't the right time to be doing this in the middle of a global pandemic.
The Maryland Retailers Association fought the ban, which passed last year.
It absolutely does cost more.
It was supposed to go into effect in July, but was delayed until October 1st because of the pandemic.
And this goes back to the global pandemic. There are major supply chain issues right now. You have facilities across the United States and globally that have been shut down, that are not manufacturing in the way that they were before. And we all understand basic economics. When supply is low and demand is high, that increases prices.
Earlier this year, Anne Arundel County's individual ban on styrofoam took effect.
Real big difference. The paper stuff sweats, the plastic stuff makes the food soggy. So, it's catch-22.
Businesses there telling us alternatives are pricier.
Oh, it's at least 3 times more expensive. Yeah, I mean, we used to get a box of 200 of our 3-compartment trays for $12, $13 with our logo on it and everything. Now these plastic ones start at $40, $45 for a box of 150.
Lawmakers passed the ban citing the environmental concerns and impacts on our local waterways and wildlife. Businesses have had months to prepare, but given the drastic toll COVID-19 has had on restaurants, with many surviving by offering more takeout, to-go, and single-use containers, the costs are adding up.
We should be focused on recycling products, not banning them and pushing people toward more expensive, worse products, quite frankly.
A far cry from the 71,000 who would normally pack the stands for this game.
That's right. We have team coverage of tonight's big game. Shelley Orman joins us live at the stadium right now with how the city will be rooting for the Ravens from a distance. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Kai, Mary. Yeah, even 4 hours before game, these parking lots, they would be filling up for an 8 o'clock game usually. Tailgating would be in full swing, purple everywhere. Not this year, so fans may not be able to be here at M&T Bank Stadium, but there are still ways they are getting that team spirit going.
A Monday night game in Baltimore, the reigning Super Bowl champs in town, and fans largely at home.
Obviously a new experience for all of us.
Be More around town tailgates at the stadium usually draw hundreds.
750 to 1,000 people per game.
This year, Brian Snyder has moved the watch parties to Power Plant Live where they can seat up to 200 fans to cheer together.
Isn't the stadium, but as close to the stadium as we could get with being there and still following guidelines.
Masks and social distancing are required. When it comes to football, the distance part is the hardest. Home field advantage just isn't the same, and neither is the boost for Baltimore.
Not being able to have fans is I know for a fact, is hurting quite a few businesses, and including ourselves. But I mean, the bars and restaurants and the parking.
Businesses losing out not just on Ravens fans, but those coming in from out of town.
Obviously, Kansas City just winning the Super Bowl. Their fans are traveling. Their fans are wanting to represent their team, and a Monday night game and that national platform. I mean, it was something that really I think the city needed, and especially now.
We appreciate you guys being a part of this.
Snyder hopes to see fans return sometime soon. In the meantime, they'll be making the best of it with giveaways and promotions as they party at the power plant.
Things kick off there at 6 o'clock. I'm told they do have about 10 tables left, and they're also doing something fun and unique. Power Plant has a sister property in Kansas City, so before the game, they're going to be live streaming those two watch parties, so Baltimore fans can see what KC fans are doing, KC fans can see Baltimore, and they're going to have those dueling tailgates kind of going back and forth. And it really is a shame that we can't have fans here because, as Morgan Asset reports, there is nothing like a night game at M&T Bank Stadium.